used to leave before the questions, before somebody got too close. I knew the shape of every exit. I knew exactly when to go. Then you came into my life so gently, never asking me to change. You never tried to force the windows. You just waited through the rain. You didn't promise me forever. You simply showed up every day, and little by little, without knowing, you taught my heart another way. You gave me the courage to stay when every instinct said to run away. You never asked me to forget my scars. You just love me where they are. Now I don't need to guard my heart. I don't need to keep one foot outside. You gave me the courage to stay, and suddenly love feels safe tonight. I remember our first disagreement. I was already halfway gone. You reached for my hand across the table and said, we don't have to run. I had never heard love spoken without a threat behind the words. You made forgiveness feel like breathing, made being honest feel less hard. There are no perfect guarantees, there are no promises without fear. But when the world becomes uncertain, I know exactly why I'm here. You gave me the courage to stay when every instinct said to run away. You never asked me to forget my scars. You just love me where they are. Now I don't need to guard my heart. I don't need to keep one foot outside. You gave me the courage to stay, and suddenly love feels safe tonight. Maybe bravery isn't leaving. Maybe strength is letting someone in. Maybe love is not the absence of fear, but choosing trust again and again. So if tomorrow brings us trouble, if the easy days disappear, I'll remember how you held me, and I'll still be standing here. You gave me the courage to stay, and I don't wanna run away. You never tried to erase my past. You showed me it could finally rest. Now I can give you all I've never felt so alive. I spent so long learning how to leave. You taught me something better, how to stay. Guests have gone, the glass is empty. There's confetti on the floor. Your jacket's hanging by the doorway, like it doesn't know we're tired anymore. You loosen up your collar, I take the flowers from my hair, and for the first time in forever, we are finally alone in here. You turn the radio on softly, an old song fills the room. You hold your hand out like you did when I first fell for you. Give me one more dance before dawn, let the whole world disappear. Put your hand around my waist like there is nothing else but here. We've been running through the years, we've been carrying so much, but tonight I want to remember what it felt like to be touched. Give me one more dance before dawn, and make me fall for you again. We danced through crowded little kitchens, we danced with babies in our arms. We danced around the broken moments, trying to keep our love from harm. There were nights we barely noticed how far apart we'd grown, but now your forehead touches mine, and suddenly I'm home. The clock keeps moving toward the morning, but I don't care what time it is. I've spent enough of life remembering. Tonight I wanna live. Give me one more dance before dawn, let the whole world disappear. Put your hand around my waist like there is nothing else but here. We've been running through the years, we've been carrying so much, but tonight I want to remember what it felt like to be touched. Give me one more dance before dawn, and make me fall for you who was calling from the past. You said, I hope I'm not disturbing you. I said, no, I'm wide awake. There was something in the silence that we both were afraid to break. You asked me how I've been doing. I said, better than before. And for the first time saying it didn't feel like keeping score. Your name felt different tonight. It didn't hurt like it used to. It was just a name from a chapter of the life I once lived with you. I thought I'd hear the old thunder. I thought my heart would lose control. But your name felt different tonight, and I knew I'd finally let you go. You told me about your mother. You told me about the town. You asked if I still kept the letters. I said, I think I threw them out. You laughed the way you always did, and for a second I could see the two of us before the ending, before we learned what love could be. There was no anger in the silence, no unfinished thing to prove, just two people looking backward at a road they couldn't choose. Your name felt different tonight. It didn't hurt like it used to. It was just a name from a chapter of the life I once lived with you. I thought I'd hear the old thunder. I thought my heart would lose control. But your name felt different tonight, and I knew I'd finally let you go. I don't need to change the ending. I don't need to call it wrong. We were beautiful and broken. We were young and we were strong. And if I ever think about you, I won't turn it into pain. Some memories can stay forever without asking us to stay the same. Your name feels different tonight. It sounds softer than I remember, like a photograph in an old box that I can finally hold together. I don't need to hate the ending. I don't need to ask you why. Your name feels different tonight, and I can hear it without saying goodbye. The rain kept falling. The phone went quiet, and somehow so did the ache. knew the language of invitations. I knew the sound of the closing door. But when you looked at me that evening, none of those things seemed to remain. Two hearts don't ask about their history before they learn each other's names. You said, come with me. I said, where would we go? We both knew the answer before we said no. Our roads could never meet, though they ran so close together. We could hold each other's hearts, but we couldn't hold forever. You had a world that needed you, I had a life I couldn't lead. So I loved you in the only way that love would let me be. Our roads could never meet, but for a while they ran beside each other. Took me dancing by the river where nobody knew our names. You held me like there was no difference between our lives, between our days. We talked about a little house somewhere neither world could see. Then morning came with all its rules and put them back between you and me. You wanted to fight it, I wanted to believe, but dreams become heavier when someone has to leave. Our roads could never meet, though they ran so close together. We could hold each other's hearts, but we couldn't hold forever. You had a world that needed you, I had a life I couldn't lead. So I loved you in the only way that love would let me be. Our roads could never meet, but for a while they ran beside each other. If I could change the world around us, I'd still keep the night we knew, because no one can take away the woman I became with you. Maybe love is not possession, maybe love is what we give. And sometimes the deepest kind of loving is knowing when to let someone live. Our roads could never meet, but I wouldn't trade the distance for a life where I had never known the beauty of your presence. You had your world, I had mine, and somewhere between the two, there will always be a piece of me that remembers being loved by you. Our roads could never meet, but they taught my heart how far love can reach. If you ever see the river, think of me. We were there once, and for one beautiful night, that was enough. smiling at the phone lately, then pretending nothing's new. You've been taking little detours on the way home from work too. There's a box beneath the bed now that you say is nothing much, and you suddenly wear that nervous smile whenever I get close enough. I don't know what you're hiding, but I know the way you look at me, like you've already seen tomorrow, and you're waiting for me to see. I think I know the life you were planning, the one you never told me about. All those little secret moments where you're figuring forever out. If you're dreaming of tomorrow, let me tell you something true. I don't need a perfect future, I just need a life with you. I think I know the life you were planning, and my heart already said yes. You asked me about the little house I once described when I was young. You remembered every silly detail, like you'd been writing them down. You asked me if I like the garden, you asked what color I'd choose. I laughed and said, why all the questions? You smiled and changed the subject too soon. Now the way you hold my hand feels different somehow, like there's a secret underneath it that I might be holding now. I think I know the life you were planning, the one you never told me about. All those little secret moments where you're figuring forever out. If you're dreaming of tomorrow, let me tell you something true. I don't need a perfect future, I just need a life with you. I think I know the life you were planning, and my heart already said yes. Then tonight you took me walking to the place where we first met. You were quiet for a moment, and I tried not to cry yet. You reached inside your jacket, and suddenly the world stood still. You didn't even have to ask me, because I knew exactly how I felt. And I want every part of it with you. You thought you were keeping a secret, darling. I've known for weeks. I left one lamp beside like I always do at night. Your coffee cup is in the cupboard, your old jacket's still inside. I stopped counting all the Mondays, stopped marking every date. When you live between two cities, you learn a different kind of weight. We talk beneath the telephone, we kiss through wires and static noise. I knew the sound of your tired voice, but I missed the weight of you. Then the door opened before I was ready, and there you were standing in the light. No warning, no beautiful speech, just your suitcase and those familiar eyes. I had dreamed about this moment 1,000 different ways, but nothing I imagined could prepare me for your face. When the door opened before I was ready, I knew I had been waiting all this time. You said the train arrived at sunrise, you drove straight through the rain. You said I couldn't wait another night to hear you say my name. I laughed and started crying. You laughed because you knew sometimes all the distance in the world can disappear inside one room. You put your hands around my waist like you'd never been away, and every lonely evening fell behind us in a day. Then the door opened before I was ready, and there you were standing in the light. No warning, no beautiful speech, just your suitcase and those familiar eyes. I had dreamed about this moment 1,000 different ways, but nothing I imagined could prepare me for your face. When the door opened before I was ready, I knew I had been waiting all this time. Tomorrow we can talk about the miles, we can talk about the years ahead. Tonight I only wanna listen to your heartbeat beside my bed. Let the world keep all its questions, let the morning take its time. I've got everything I wanted right here in these arms of mine. The door opened before I was ready, and suddenly the house was home. No more counting down the evenings, no more sleeping here alone. I don't need another promise, I don't need another sign. You came back through that doorway and brought your whole heart back to mine. The door opened before I was ready, and I swear I'll remember it all my life. Leave the suitcase by the doorway, don't unpack it yet, just stay. stood behind the closet while I was looking for a coat. Inside was every little nothing that I thought you would have thrown. A ticket from our first movie, a receipt from a cafe, the photograph where I was laughing with my hair all out of place. I held them like forgotten treasures, things I never thought you'd keep. Then I realized some memories were yours to hold as deep. All the things you never threw away were the things you never had to say. Every little piece of yesterday was telling me you loved me in your way. The old ticket, the faded photograph, the note I wrote and thought you'd lost. You kept the smallest pieces of our lives, and somehow they became the biggest proof of us. It was a button from my blue coat that came off one winter night. You had written on the envelope, she said this made me look alright. There was a flower pressed in paper from the first spring we were young. I laughed because you always told me you weren't sentimental enough. You came into the room behind me and caught me holding everything. You looked a little embarrassed, like I discovered something. All the things you never threw away were the things you never had to say. Every little piece of yesterday was telling me you loved me in your way. The old ticket, the faded photograph, the note I wrote and thought you'd lost. You kept the smallest pieces of our lives, and somehow they became the biggest proof of us. We spend our lives chasing moments, thinking love must make a sound, but sometimes it is only a little box tucked underground. Sometimes forever isn't written in a promise carved in stone. Sometimes it's keeping what seems worthless because it reminds you of your home. All the things you never threw away are the reasons I can smile today. Every little piece of yesterday still has a heartbeat underneath the dust and age. The old ticket, the faded photograph, the note I wrote and thought you'd lost. You kept the smallest pieces of our lives, and now I know they were never small at all. Put the box back in the closet, let it wait another year. There are some things worth keeping, just because they brought us here. wasn't waiting for a lover. I was learning how to be alone. I had made a quiet little life and finally called it home. You weren't looking for forever. You had your own reasons to stay free. Then you sat across from me one evening and asked what I believed. There was no lightning in the room, no music from the sky, just something warm and unexpected. When you looked into my eyes, you arrived without a warning, without a promise, without a plan. You simply walked into my life and took my heart by the hand. I thought I'd used up all my chances. I thought I'd close that door for good. Then you arrived without a warning and made me believe I still could. We started with the smallest moments, coffee after work at 5, a conversation in the parking lot that somehow lasted through the night. You never asked me to be fearless, you never rushed what wasn't there. You just kept showing up beside me until I stopped expecting you to disappear. And somewhere between the questions and the laughter we shared, I stopped looking for the ending and started finding you there. You arrived without a warning, without a promise, without a plan. You simply walked into my life and took my heart by the hand. I thought I'd used up all my chances. I thought I closed that door for good. Then you arrived without a warning and made me believe I still could. Maybe love doesn't always thunder. Maybe it knows when to be kind. Maybe after all the wrong roads, the right one simply finds you in time. I don't need to call it destiny, I don't need to understand. I only know the life I feared was over looks different when you hold my hand. You arrived without a warning and changed the shape of everything. You turned a quiet life into a reason to wake up wanting spring. I thought I'd used up all my chances. I thought my heart had understood. Then you arrived without a warning and made me believe in love again. No fireworks, no grand design, just you arriving at the right time. gray against the window glass. You came walking through the cold with your hands inside your coat. I had saved a little table by the heater near the wall. You smiled and said it's freezing. I said, then don't go home at all. Outside the streets were turning colder. Inside something changed its pace. You took my hand across the table, and winter disappeared from your face. There was warmth between the hours, between the midnight and the dawn. In the silence after talking, in the moments we stayed on, while the whole world kept on freezing, we were learning how to glow. There was warmth between the hours, and I never wanted to go. We shared one coat beneath the streetlights. When the last train had gone by, you made me laugh beside the corner, while the snow began to fly. We talked about our childhood and the places we had been. Funny how cold December could make two strangers feel like home. You said, stay until the morning. I said, I think I just might. And the room became a little warmer when you turned off every light. There was warmth between the hours, between the midnight and the dawn. In the silence after talking, in the moments we stayed on, while the whole world kept on freezing, we were learning how to glow. There was warmth between the hours, and I never wanted to go. Years from now, when winter finds us and the windows turn to white, I will still remember clearly how you changed that little night. Love was never some grand entrance. It was quieter than that. It was you moving a little closer when I didn't ask you to. There is warmth between the hours, every evening that we share. In the quiet after dinner, in your fingers through my hair. Let the whole world keep on freezing, let the cold come and go. There was warmth between the hours, and wherever you are, that's where I want to go. Winter can stay outside. Close the door, darling. We have enough warmth in here. You stop laughing at the table. You stop sleeping through the night. There were letters on the counter and a hospital light. You said, I'm sorry, I'm not easy. I'm not who I used to be. I put my hand against your shoulder and said, you don't have to be. Love isn't only summer. Love isn't only young. Sometimes it's sitting in the silence when there are no words left to come. When the world became too heavy, I was still right here. When your hands began to tremble, I would hold them without fear. You don't have to be the strong one. You don't have to hide the pain. If tomorrow brings another storm, I'll walk with you again. When the world became too heavy, you never had to carry it alone. Some nights you couldn't tell me what was hurting underneath, so I learned to read your silence like a language made of grief. We forgot about the dinners, we forgot about the plans, but I never once forgot the way your fingers fit my hand. There are seasons we don't choose, there are roads we never plan, but I'll stay beside you as long as you can stand. When the world became too heavy, I was still right here. When your hands began to tremble, I would hold them without fear. You don't have to be the strong one. You don't have to hide the pain. If tomorrow brings another storm, I'll walk with you again. When the world became too heavy, you never had to carry it alone. If all we have tonight is breathing, then tonight is enough for me. If tomorrow gives us nothing, we'll find something we can keep. A cup of coffee in the morning, your head against my chest. Sometimes love is simply saying, stay here, let the world do the rest. When the world became too heavy, we learned another kind of love. Not the kind that needs perfection, but the kind that doesn't run. You don't have to be the strong one. You can finally let me see every fragile part you carry can still be everything to me. When the world became too heavy, we became each other's home. us breathe. I'm here. I saw you by the old bookstore where we used to lose the day. You were older, I was different, but your smile had stayed the same. We stood beneath the faded sign, neither knowing what to say. Funny how a town can keep what two people gave away. You asked me if I still lived here. I said sometimes in my mind. You laughed and said I never really left. I said neither did I. We came back to the place we left behind, where outran our lives. Every corner had a memory, every street remembered you and me. But we're not the ones we were back then. We don't need to make that story start. Place we left behind. We walked beside the river where you once promised me the moon. I smiled and said you always talk too much. You said I still do. We spoke about the years between us, the marriages, the roads, the dreams. Not with bitterness or sorrow, just two lives becoming what they'd been. Then you reached for my hand, but stopped before you touched. I closed the distance for you, and somehow that was enough. We came back to the place we left behind, where once outran our lives. Every corner had a memory, every street remembered you and me. But we're not the ones we were back then. We don't need to make that story start. The place we left behind. I don't want the years returned. I don't want to be 19. I don't want the foolish promises or the girl I used to be. I want the man who's standing here with all his scars and all his truth. And if you want the become, then maybe we can start anew. We came back to the place we left behind, but this time we're not running from our lives. Every behind. The bookstore closed at 6, but we stayed until the streetlights came on. We were right in the beginning. We were right beneath the stars. You knew exactly where I wanted. I knew exactly where you were. We made plans on paper napkins, drew our future in the rain. And every time you kissed me, I believed we'd stay the same. But years of quiet ways of changing what we thought we'd always know. Sometimes nobody breaks a promise. Life just changes where we go. We were right until we weren't, and I don't know when it changed. There was no final conversation, no one left to blame. We just woke up different mornings, wanting different things. You were still the man I loved, I was still the woman you once dreamed. We were right until we weren't, and that doesn't make it less beautiful. You wanted roads I couldn't follow, I wanted roots you couldn't grow. We kept trying to call it compromise when both of us already knew. There were dinners full of silence, there were kisses without fire. Not because the love had vanished, but because we'd outgrown desire. I remember when you told me maybe we can make it work. I wanted so badly to believe you, but hope can hide the truth. We were right until we weren't, and I don't know when it changed. There was no final conversation, no one left to blame. We just woke up different mornings, wanting different things. You were still the man I loved, I was still the woman you once dreamed. We were right until we weren't, and that doesn't make it less beautiful. If I could go back to the beginning, I would still choose your hand. I'd still dance with you in summer, I'd still believe in all our plans. Some loves are not forever, but forever isn't why they're true. What we had was real and precious, even though we couldn't stay with you. We were right until we weren't, and now I finally understand. Sometimes love can be completely real. can love you for the good without wishing we were still there. Some endings aren't failures, they're simply where two roads stop being one. There's a certain way you look at me that ruins all my careful plans. I can spend an hour being sensible, then you reach and take my hand. Tell myself to take it slowly, I tell myself I'm much too wise. Then you lean a little closer and I forget my own advice. I've spent my whole life learning how to keep my balance straight. Then you smile across the room and make restraint impossible. Disappear like morning dew. I could play it safe forever, I could guard my heart all night. But the trouble with falling for you is that it feels so right. You make ordinary Tuesday evenings feel like something out of town. You turn the radio up louder when my favorite song comes around. We laugh until the neighbors hear us. We dance without a reason why. And every time you pull me closer, I forget the world outside. Maybe love was never meant to be completely understood. Maybe some things are worth the risk because they make you feel this good. That's the trouble with falling for you. I know exactly what I'm getting into. One little kiss and all my good intentions disappear like morning dew. I could play it safe forever, I could guard my heart all night. But the trouble with falling for you is that it feels so right. Don't tell me to be careful, don't tell me to slow it down. I've spent enough of my life trying not to lose solid ground. If this is foolish, let me have it. If this is reckless, let it be. 'Cause every sensible part of me looks happier with you and me. That's the trouble with falling for you. Every day I fall a little more too. One little touch and all my reservations turn to something warm me fall, let me fall all the way. I've tried being sensible, it doesn't suit me when I'm with you. You were standing by the doorway with your sleeves rolled to your arms, talking to our friends at dinner like you always set the room on fire. I was pouring for everyone when you turned and looked my way, and for one impossible second I forgot we'd known each other for years. I've seen you tired, I've seen you laughing, I've seen you without a plan. But tonight there was something in your eyes that made me fall all over again. You're still the first face I look for when I walk into a crowded room. Still the first hand I reach for when I need somebody to hold. After all these years together, after every road we've known, you're still the first face I look for. And somehow you still feel like coming home. We have photographs in boxes, we have stories we repeat, we have arguments about the blankets and whose turn it is to make the tea. We've grown older in the mirror, but I don't mind the passing years, because every line around your eyes is a place where love has lived. You caught me watching from the kitchen, and you smiled like you knew. I said what? You said nothing, but I knew exactly what you meant. You're still the first face I look for when I walk into a crowded room. Still the first hand I reach for when I need somebody to hold. After all these years together, after every road we've known, you're still the first face I look for. And somehow you still feel like coming home. You don't need the perfect was you. We drove with all the windows open. Your shirt was hanging from the seat. You sang along to every song and made the whole night feel complete. We had $20 between us and nowhere we had to be. You said, let's keep on driving. I said, anywhere with me. We thought the road would keep on going. We thought the stars would never fade. We never stopped to wonder how quickly beautiful things change. That was the summer we didn't know would end. The summer I fell harder than I'd planned. We were young enough to think forever was just another word for holding hands. Every night felt like a promise. Every kiss felt like a beginning. That was the summer we didn't know would end. And I still live a little inside those days. We slept beside the ocean with the radio turned low. You drew a heart upon my shoulder with a marker from the road. We watched the morning find us through the curtains of that room. And I thought the world was ours because the world was only you. September came without permission. The leaves began to change. You said you'd call me every Sunday, but life got in the way. That was the summer we didn't know would end. The summer I fell harder than I'd planned. We were young enough to think forever was just another word for holding hands. Every night felt like a promise. Every kiss felt like a beginning. That was the summer we didn't know would end. And I still live a little inside those days. I don't regret the ending. I don't wish the years away, because some loves are meant to teach us how beautiful a moment can stay. If I could drive that road tomorrow, I'd still take your hand again, even knowing at the beginning that the summer had to end. again. Windows down, your hand